Hello, I'm trying a new thing. Hopefully this will work. Today we're going to talk about the Every Bit Counts challenge, and this is the recap of week one. Hi, I'm Mary Bourne. I am a traditional naturopath. I love sharing natural remedies with people. So I am combining the Every Bit Counts challenge along with my Gardening with Granny, and my health to home portion of my YouTube channel. So this is what the challenge, what I did to for the challenge in week one. So let's see if we can run this little video clip here. And you can see that I not dehydrated. I actually freeze dried a lot of the herbs that I picked from my garden, my green stalk, and freeze dried it and made an herbal salt. So I am showing here how I took salt with it. And the next day, I had picked some green beans. There wasn't enough green beans to make even a dinner, but I also had some carrots in the refrigerator that needed to be used up. So I blanched the carrots and the green beans and made I'm showing how I put it into cold water. Then I dried the carrots and the green beans. And then I had an ear of corn that had been cooked and wanted to use it up. So I cut it off the cob and mixed it with some potatoes. These are potatoes that I grew, and I cooked to make potato salad, but there were too many potatoes. So I decided to go ahead and make a bag of frozen vegetables that I could later on make soup with. So here's how that looks. And so this is a wonderful, sometimes you just come home from work, you're exhausted, you want something quick, and I have jars of canned tomatoes. I can throw that in a pot, put these veggies with it, add a little meat, some chicken, beef, whatever leftover meat I have, and I've got a wonderful soup. Or I could just have a vegetarian soup. It really doesn't matter. But the idea is that little bit that I did and those little bit of vegetables that might have gotten thrown out are something now that I can make a meal out of in the wintertime. So that was my second project. The next project, we have a wonderful crabapple tree that we don't spray, and so generally there are lots of worms, and the birds love this tree. So this year I decided I would see what I could do about gathering whatever crab apples I could get and make crabapple jelly. Well, the recipe I had called for 3 pounds of crab apples. So I picked as many as I could. My husband went out, helped me pick some more, and trying to find crab apples that didn't have a lot of worms in them was not easy. And so we had to add some like 3 chopped up green apples that we also have on the property. And I made wonderful. So you see the green apples in there. And so I mashed it up and I made the most wonderful crabapple jelly. It, I did not have to add more pectin. You can see here how I strained it, and there's the crabapple jelly, that final product. And so that was a lot of fun. And let me see how okay, we want to stop sharing. So that was 3 projects. This is the crabapple jelly. It was so yummy and is so yummy, and I have a lot to look forward to this coming winter, that I'll be able to have that on toast and all kinds of things. It has a fabulous flavor. It was simply the crab apples. So I used 3 pounds of crab apples, 3 cups of sugar, and I cooked it down until it got to the boiling point. I waited a whole minute. I took the test that you put a plate in the freezer and then put a few drops of the jelly, and if it sticks on the plate and you can run your hand through the middle of it and it stays gelled, then it's done. Then I water bathed it for 10 minutes, and so now I have 5 half pints of fabulous crabapple jelly. And without the challenge, I don't know that I would have done that. But I saw the tree. I said, okay, this is the year. I'm going to do it. Then my final project for last week was I buy a huge jar of minced garlic from Costco, and it could last forever. I've tried freezing it, then you've got this whole big glob. I've, of course, refrigerated it, but it always kind of at the end has a off smell, which I don't like. I like toasted garlic. So what I did was I spread a good bit, like a half a cup of the garlic on parchment, and I baked it and toasted it. So now what I have is, whenever I want, I can go in this package and peel off some of the toasted garlic. I much prefer the taste of toasted garlic to the garlic that you get in a container. And yes, I could chop up fresh garlic, and I do. I braided some of the garlic I had. They were little. The area I planted it doesn't get a lot of rainfall. It's got the eaves over it, and so that protects it from rain. So we didn't have the ability to water that area for a long time. So the garlic cloves actually were kind of on the small side. But, you know, you don't want to waste anything. So that was my first week in the Every Bit Counts challenge. What are you doing? Are you doing anything? It doesn't take much. And the best thing is to use up stuff that would normally have been wasted. I don't have pigs and I don't have chickens. And so everything that is starting to go bad is either up to me to use up for us to make a meal out of, or it goes to waste. And I hate wasting things. So I hope that this has been an interesting video for you. Maybe you've got some ideas that you can preserve something. So I thank you for Jessica at Three Rivers Challenge for presenting this and having this fabulous collaboration of people. And until next time, this is Mary at Granny, Gardening with Granny, Health to Home. And thank you for joining me.